Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Talking Through the Medias with your host, the birthday boy himself. That's right, today is Chris Awareness Day. Chris Fagan, and joining me today, as always, I'll start with the love of my life. I better click the right thing. Joy! Hey babe, how you doing?
Happy birthday.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. And Tabatha Hamilton.
It's just me. It's okay. But happy birthday, yeah.
Thank you.
He's
old. See, I was just about to say something nice.
Nah, it's okay. We'll keep it real. We don't have to fake for the audience.
No faking the funk.
No faking the funk, man. We got this.
Okay. All right. I respect. You know what? I respect that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. We're mean on a respectful level.
Yeah. Wait. You've been respectful.
Yeah.
This
is me respectful, so don't be getting any worse because I don't want to show you that side.
I better take those nails out of your tires.
Since you don't have buttons to push here, you can just push his buttons.
That's actually a really good goal for today.
Oh, they're going behind the we're going behind the curtain here. Yeah, my huge black stream deck is down.
It is.
For today. It's as flaccid as Drake.
It's as flaccid as Drake. Actually, I think Drake was at 50. He might have not been.
That was a 50. It was about a 50 chubber.
There's a 50 chubber. I think we're not at a full like.
And what you know about that?
I mean, I've had.
She's like, I have a past. Yeah, you don't know my past. she's like, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I don't enjoy it.
There was never one time where it made you go.
I mean, I enjoyed my sex life at the time, but I didn't enjoy the fact that it. You
didn't enjoy the person that it was attached to.
Yeah.
I knew she was going with it.
I was like, I could say that I had enjoyment, but I would have preferred it to have been attached to some boobies.
Oh, that's
really what it amounted to.
That reminds me of an interesting question. How many times do you think about boobies when we're together? Mm-hmm. I think about boobies all the time.
I mean, that works for
you. Yeah, I look over and I'm like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it.
There's always appreciation.
Like, that's not.
I can appreciate men. I can say a man is attractive or not, but I don't want to do things.
You're like, there it is, but it could just stay over there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's really satisfying for
That's
me.
fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
they make them.
I know, it's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, we're going off the rails here. Off the rails. I mean, I was gonna bring up something like we were saying earlier. It's my birthday. I had a whole thing planned, guys. I wanted to do. I know I made the announcement that I wanted to bring a bunch of people on, but that was when so I'll do my best on the chat and on live chat and everything if you guys are watching this live, but I assumed that this was going to be an all, Zoomed thing. And then Tabitha was like, oh, no, I'm going to come in. So I'm like, okay. Then that kind of threw.
Oh, don't let him act like
I have to blame it on her because that was the plan. It was going to be all virtual.
First of all, I told you that I was coming in last week because you said it was your birthday. I was like, oh, let me come in. And then you asked me again this week.
Because I forgot.
Okay, but I already told you. So the notification was last week.
I told Tabs that we were going to do one in studio, one virtual, and I just assumed.
But when you stated a concern of, hey, it's
since
my birthday.
Since we were here physically last week.
But you were like, it's my birthday. I was like, well, I can come in again. No big deal. I got this.
I mean, because there was a drop of rain yesterday. I just thought you would just.
Oh my God! Don't even start with me. It's not me in the rain. It's my children when we lose power.
One drop, and all of a sudden, like, sorry, Chris. You know how it is. That drop. And they're like, Mom, you're gonna have to stay. You're like, yeah, I know.
Whatever.
He's oblivious. The snowstorm here, or ice storm.
Yeah.
He's out working, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Foods.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna panic.
No, I don't mix
Had
with
him
ice.
calling me every 5 seconds. Are you
okay?
Good?
Did you make it?
Are we good?
Yeah.
Everything all right?
It's just like I do that all the time.
I keep seeing more people sliding around out there and running into people.
Look, I did Ice Mageddon in Dallas Fort Worth when that hit, and Sage and I almost died and got swept off by a 18-wheeler overpass because he freaked out and slammed on his brakes as he hit the overpass. And then,
shit!
Like, semi's coming this way, his trailer turns this way and goes to sweep us off, and I mean, second, his tires catch, and the sucker swings back and misses us, and then goes by us. I have never been in such a panic in my life, so I don't do ice. Not my friend.
He just drives on like no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I was like, I almost died with my child in the car, and we were going to a dance competition. Yeah, I was like, we really need to evaluate our priorities.
Speaking about evaluating their priorities, I had to. I don't know if I told you this. The car rider story. I think I told you. So our grandson Aiden goes to school up north here, and whenever his mom might not be able to pick him up, sometimes she'll call us and Joy will go pick him up. But she had a meeting. She said, "Chris, you wanna pick Aiden up?" I was like, "Sure, I'll do it." But I already knew. I'm a chess player. I branch out into the multiverse and I look at all types of scenarios. So the first thing I asked was, did you tell them that I was going to be picking them up? And she says, but you need to understand my dilemma. So I am married to a white woman, and our grandbabies look nothing like me. So I was asking for I didn't make a big deal out of it, but I was being vague about it on purpose because I kind of wanted to play the game.
Well, and in true little child style, when asked, "Is this your grandpa?" No.
Yeah, so you're getting ahead of my story there. Yeah, so I drive down there. I'm in this car rider line. It's a line. I'm used to car rider line because my kids are in elementary school. I'm used to car rider lines. I'm picking Aiden up. And I have the sign in the vehicle. It has his first and last name. And then they look at me and they go, "Oh, it must be another Aiden." No, where's? I guess there's a black Aiden here somewhere. Where's black Aiden? And I was like, "No." I had to roll the window down. I'm like, "No, him, like that kid, the one that looks nothing like me, right there." I say, and they look, and he goes. Then the teacher goes. She looks at. She goes. I said, "That's my grandson." "Is this your grandpa?" And just like what Joy said, he goes, "Is this your grandpa?" He goes, "No."
And I'm like, well, he doesn't call him.
He doesn't call me grandpa.
And he doesn't call Terry They don't go by grandpa.
Yeah.
He calls me Pawpaw.
I think he calls Terry Pop. Yeah. So grandpa was like, "No, who that is?" Yeah.
So they look at me again. And they're like, and this is the whole thing that I predicted. I knew this was about to happen. So I'm sitting there all calm and stuff. I'm like, I'll give it a couple of seconds, and I'm going because I knew the wheels are going off.
What to do.
They're like, do we keep this child safe, or do we risk a lawsuit from? I don't know if this guy has Black Lives Matter on speed dial, which I do. We all do, and so that was I could see it. That was their dilemma. They're like, oh man. Do I go woke or do I go broke? We're trying to figure it out. It was too funny. So I said, "Do you need me to call his mother to confirm who I?" And this is why I asked. This is why I asked if you call. Yeah. I didn't really give the details of why I was asking, but that was why I knew it was going to happen.
I definitely could have seen that happening for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, it was like when I used to work overseas, when I was or when I used to work at Blockbuster or something. When you're the manager or something. Oh no, you deal with this all the time. When they go, "I want to speak to the person in charge," and they say, and you tell them.
My favorite thing is to go, "Oh, okay," and I'll turn.
You turn around,
and I go, "You got her. What can I do for you?"
Yeah, you are the person.
I just did a circle.
Yeah, you are the person in charge.
And they're like, "You own this place?" Yeah. And I'm like, "Yeah." "You want to pay my taxes?" Yeah.
Exactly. You want to live my life, pay my bills, right? And I used to say that when I used to work overseas. Whenever somebody would say, "Where's the supervisor?" One of the soldiers had a complaint about something. They were like, "I want to talk to the supervisor." I'm like, "I am the supervisor." And they were like, "You're the supervisor?" Me and my friends, my other black friends, they would always pretend like we were finishing their sentence. Like, "You're the supervisor, but you're so black." Like, we can tell that's what they're thinking. They just don't have the guts to say it.
My favorite is always like, not only because I'm female, but they think I'm younger than I am. Mm-hmm. I do dress very like.
You look like a hippie.
I look like one of the kids there as well. Yeah. Just in what I'm wearing, and
at least that's what you tell yourself.
Well, I mean, for the customers, and I guess I don't look like somebody who owns a business. And they're like, "You're the owner."
Like, have you ever voted?
Like, I'm like, yeah. Can I help you with something? Like, let me get this going for you. But, and then the best one is like, obviously you don't have kids. I go, ma'am, I have kids, but I wouldn't allow my child to climb inside of an arcade game to potentially break it or them.
Yeah.
I would discipline them and tell them to treat other people's things with respect. I've actually said that to a customer.
I would love it if they would have said something like that to you and your daughter just shows up.
Well,
like,
my daughter sometimes works there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She would be right there.
Here's one. The other one's in college. I even looked at this lady. I go, I have one in college. I have one that does work here on the weekends because we teach them good values here.
Yeah.
But she was allowing her kids to climb inside the game and hang on it, and was upset because I went, hey guys, can I not have you inside that game?
Yeah.
And they were there doing nothing. So I had
Tabs
to
runs
say
a arcade type of Chuck E. Cheese type ish kind of a place. Not to compare to yours is way more quality than that trash hole.
Well, I mean, we're an FEC, Family Entertainment Center, so
Family Entertainment Center. That's it. That's what
we're a mom and pop. We don't compete with Dave and Buster's or Main Event. We do go-karts, arcade, laser tag, and they are just a different ball game. We don't have alcohol at our establishment or a kitchen. Granted, we would love to have that. It's just we don't have that right now. Yeah. We're not on the same level as them. We're just different.
So even wearing that shirt, I'm like, you get that complaint from, you got the same look that I was getting. But you're the manager, but you're so queer.
Yeah, I legitimately don't even wear these things to work because, of course, they would it's not that I'm hiding myself.
I mean, we do live in Texas.
I know. It's just that I'm not going to create conflict for no reason. Yeah. Now, if they are like, we're very PG. Like, we don't allow even our adults to curse and stuff. And so, sorry, some Amber Alert is going off and literally won't stop. Can't stop it. Won't stop it. Amber Alert. But yeah, like they'll. I don't even know what I was saying. What was I saying? Amber Alert got me.
You said something about PG.
Oh, we're very PG. We don't even allow adults to curse because we have so many kids around. And so I like, hey guys, can you keep it for me? We got all these kids. You know, if it's in an elementary, if you can wear it to an elementary, you could do it in elementary, you can do it here. That's how we roll. So there's like where I even censor myself. Just like, I won't wear this shirt to work. Yeah. It's nothing, doesn't say anything bad.
It's like, I'm talking to the media is fine.
It doesn't say anything. It says queer. It's not a curse word or anything, but it strikes people in a negative way. So I just avoid it just to keep the peace.
They're like, her hair is in the way. So a guy's like, hey, what kind of beard do you, what?
Yeah,
and then she's like, no.
And it's frustrating that I would have to do that, I have to think about that because you don't see them not wearing their, what is that phrase? The Go brand.
Yeah.
That they wear that. Yeah, they wear that crap all the time, and that has a negative statement. And they wear all their come and take it Canon shirt, which has a negative statement. But having a shirt that just says queer with flames on it, I avoid out of a respect for diversity in the sense of not creating conflict for people who disagree with my lifestyle. But do I get that same respect back? No. I get told that I'm a thing because I own a business and have blue hair.
Well, instead of saying queer, maybe you should get maybe I should find a shirt that says I'm here. Or we're here.
We're here.
And that's just it.
That's
and then they'll just have to figure it out. We're here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who's here?
Turn it inside out. We're queer. That would be funny. But
but that's a reality. It just is what it is, and it's an unfortunate reality. But we do live in Texas, and there are places and things that I still have to protect myself and family and my business from, and I have to protect it from bigotry and people who would do harm for no reason. But on to the show.
Let's get onto it. Like I said, guys, it was gonna be the big birthday bash celebration that I was gonna do, but somebody came and ruined the party. But she came bearing gifts.
First of all, I didn't ruin the party.
You didn't ruin the party. You ruined the party. It was properly ruined. Like they said on Throw Mama from the Train. Ruined.
But I did bring gifts.
Yeah, she brought gifts. She brought alcohol. So she told me that I had to test out this new brand. I keep forgetting I gotta work the mouse. I gotta test this out. What is this right here? This is the Wood Forest Reserve.
Sounds fancy stuff.
It feels fancy.
So he's got to see if it's in good.
Sorry,
because I've not tasted it because I don't drink.
Before we let me smell the cork.
Yeah. It actually smells really good. I did smell it. You gotta swirl it in the cup.
There's a hint of hickory.
Oh, oh, oh.
You hear that? Okay. You swirl it in the gray cup. Now I know this is a cup of a heathen. I'm sorry.
It is the cup of a heathen. He's using the good glass just in
I
case
didn't want to.
he doesn't like it, that he can continue drinking the other stuff he does like.
All right, I'll empty up this cup. I'll try to class it up a little bit. Okay. Okay.
I'm really curious if it's good. I don't drink. I'm so uncomfortable watching this. Nate, like, what does it actually taste like? Was it actually any
It's
good?
actually pretty good. I actually like it better than the my Jack Daniels.
Really?
It's actually really good.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna consider the good stuff. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
The good stuff.
I'll only open it on special occasions. I actually feel like trash drinking gold here. Like I feel like I'm harassing this gold. All this garbage right here. You can't get my
Your
punchable
Jack
face
Daniel's
doesn't.
cup is offended that
Yeah.
there's something else besides Jack Daniel's.
Exactly. This liquid is offended that it's inside of a Jack Daniel's glass. Like this. What is this?
It's like, how dare you?
Wood Forest Reserve.
I'm not Jack
Yeah.
Daniel's.
Wood Forest Reserve. Don't offend us by putting us within 5 feet of Jack Daniels. Wood Forest Reserve. You're not worthy of it, but we'll take your money.
Yes. Yes. Yes, they did.
Jess is my favorite. I said I have a boy crush on Jess.
He does. He did say that. He does have a boy crush on Jess. He really does.
I mean, it reminds me of Egon.
Egon.
Reminds me of
You're
Egon.
so dark.
And I love
You're
Egon.
Such nerds. Such nerds.
I love Egon.
Such nerds.
But all right, I know we started off with the whole thing there. But yeah, guys, if you want to chime in, it's my birthday. Help support the channel. We're watching the chats ago, so thank you guys for joining us. What's going on, Mike Birchfield, and everybody in the chat right now, Pierre Kelly. If you guys want to acknowledge me as the tribal chief,
he needs it.
It's this Chris Awareness Day, and since
Spicy Bat Daddy.
I'm the spicy bat daddy, So if you want to support the channel, send in a super chat. We'll holler at you on hopefully the robot. I think the robot's still working, so hopefully we'll talk about that. All right, we had the long opening because it's the birthday bash. I was gonna do a balloon drop, but Tabs was like, no, bring it down. You're at 11. Bring it to
You're not
at least
15, 7. Okay? You're 44.
It's my quinceañera. Woo! My 44th quinceañera. I am 44 years young, guys. Look at that's right. It don't crack. Wesley Snipes up in this bitch. Yeah.
It does not.
All right, let's get into the first topic. What do we got, babe? What is the first topic of the night?
Gina Carano sues Disney over Mandalorian firing in a lawsuit funded by Elon.
Reporter, I gotta get the. I was doing all this other funny stuff, so I got to get the graphics working today. But yeah, so this whole thing with Gina Carano in the lawsuit, I talked about it earlier this week because I felt it was the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. This whole thing about her leaving or being let go from Disney, short ass memory.
I know
about what happened because the whataboutism always triggered them. They were like, but Pedro Pascal said a bunch of and he did. He said a whole bunch of reckless stuff too.
And he got reprimanded as well.
But people seem to forget that they were both being reprimanded.
And one person listened.
And it was Gina was saying thing after thing after thing after thing, and people were like, this is yet another thing that she's saying. Why isn't Disney doing anything? Which was telling us that they were giving her chances. And when Pedro Pascal stopped and deleted his Twitter account, he must have realized that, oh shit, this is the last chance like that we got here. But another person decided to go, you know what? I'm forget these woke blah 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 blah. They're not gonna tell me what to do. I'm gonna push the envelope. President can get away with it. You're not Trump. Trump can get away with it. all these other people around him think that they can do what he is somehow able to do. And it never works out for him.
Here's the literal basis of what's happening. People like to lean on this freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences.
Right.
You can say it, but guess what? There are consequences that come from you. You're free from consequence. There are consequences for you saying things that you should not be saying as a public figure to the public in a public forum. That's just reality. And this concept that that's not reality, that for some reason we're taking away freedom. No, we're not taking away freedom. You still have your freedom. But you have to understand that if you're going to do this thing, there are things that can and will happen.
Right.
And especially when you're working for a business that you're representing them, when you are using their name, when you're a public figure who represents a company that is public, you have a responsibility to present yourself in a certain way. You're getting
Super chat. Happy birthday, Pod Daddy.
Oh God. Oh God.
Thanks, Nixon. That was so perfect that it interrupted Tabatha. I was watching it the whole time, wondering like, is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do it? And then it did it. Perfect timing.
Anywho, like a normal citizen isn't getting paid to represent themselves a certain way to represent a company. She is. She's getting paid a certain way to represent this company, to be this public figure, and you have to fall within certain lines. And if you don't fall within those boundaries, there are consequences like losing your job. And who wants to go work for a job that doesn't want them? This whole high and mighty, like I'm suing for the principle of it all.
Yeah.
Just to try to thwart this concept of not suing for the money, this is based out of principle, is BS.
This is 100%. I'll tell you exactly what it is. This is 100% motivated by what Elon Musk is upset about. He lost all of his sponsors, a lot of his sponsors from Twitter, and that's when he put a call out there. He said, all of you who feel like you've been discriminated against, all that stuff, if you want to go after Disney, one of his main sponsors, I'll pay your legal fees. And this is a master plan, all funded by him. So he's flipping the bill. He's paying her legal fees because this was years ago that she was like didn't want to use her money to pay for it. But if Elon's gonna, you got nothing to lose. I'll sue anybody.
Her dignity.
Yeah.
That's what she has to lose. But I do not have any respect for her doing this.
I called Tabatha and I said, I couldn't remember. I said, didn't I do a rant on this show and said she misses those Disney dollars? That whole acting tough on screen going, when you go woke, go broke, and she's making more money.
The fact that she thinks that a judge would say, yeah, you have to.
This is not going to work.
You have to use her
to
take her back. Like that's
what law in this country says?
There's not even how that works. We have.
There was somebody on TikTok that had a real funny video that it said 100% what I was thinking. She played it all out, the whole scenario. Okay, she wins the lawsuit. Disney's forced to hire her back. Welcome back. There's Pedro Pascal, the guy that you mentioned in your lawsuit that you were all bitching about, that he got away with it, but you got fired. You called him, you said discrimination and sexism and all that stuff, right? So now y'all are gonna be forced to work with each other. All right. And she goes, here's your, like, can you hand me that piece of paper real quick, or one of those? She goes, here's your the script for the next show. And she goes, just one sheet of paper. She's like, yeah, wait. I die within 15 minutes. No, yeah. That's 100% what would happen.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
And if it doesn't, I would be so disappointed.
Yeah, I mean it's day one. I'm killing the character off. Well, we don't need you again. You're fired. That's why it was so stupid that I knew this was BS when it said, because I thought the lawsuit was gonna say I'm just suing for the money that I would have gotten for the rest of this season or the next season, or what was it, or what she would have gotten on the spinoff that she was about to be in. But no, she says, Disney better hire me back, which proved what I said on this channel, that she misses those Disney dollars. You can't. So she wants to be hired back.
Nobody's going to want to work with someone who can't be compassionate or empathetic to the people around you who work with you. And she doesn't seem to have that capability. She literally showed her true personality through social media of her opinions and how she thinks that her opinions matter more than anyone else around her. What kind of working environment would that bring?
Oh yeah, it's a hell of a working.
What kind of person does that bring when you are bringing other personalities that don't want to work with her?
Well, we can go down the whole list of. I have a breakdown of what transpired. I had to go back in time and look it up, but we have a whole. There was a whole thing that happened with him. So
this whole
let me
scenario
go full screen on this.
Just the whole situation is stupid and makes no sense, and it's a waste of dollars to even have a suit like this, and it's a waste of time and energy, and honestly it doesn't make her look any better. She looks ridiculous in this concept. She looks like she's trying to force a principle that doesn't really have any legs to stand on.
Yeah. Oh, she's not gonna win this. This is not gonna work for her. But let's go through time. Let's go back, way back, and go through. Anybody, you got it in front of you, Joy? Can you see right? No, right here. Right.
Yeah, we can see it.
You can see it. Who wants to read it out for? This is the timeline of everything that went down.
Carano alleges she was fired for voicing right-wing opinions on social media. Elon Musk is helping fund Carano's lawsuit through X. Carano claims she was harassed and defamed by Disney and Lucasfilm for not conforming to their viewpoints on various issues. Disney required Carano to meet with representatives of the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Discrimination and demanded a public apology. Carano refused and was told to meet with Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy and 45 employees who identify as LGBTQ+. Carano declined and was subsequently terminated from the main order to force Lucasfilm to recast her and at least $75,000.
She doesn't understand that she genuinely caused all the strikes that she has.
Yeah.
Had she stopped saying certain things that only hurt other harassment or there's inappropriate behavior, you go and everybody then has to do a class, right? That's like the business motto of everybody's got to do these harassment classes. He literally is using that as a look. She had inappropriate recognition for her behavior and how she would treat people, and they're going, here is a community that you are purposefully hurting that is associated with us, and you need to change your behavior within this company to be professional. And she can't do that, and then sues the company because she can't be professional.
We have the lawsuit right here. But to answer your question, Michael, I don't know, baby, if you don't mind. Michael says that he's seeing lag on his end.
Right now it's up, but a second ago mine was spinning.
Let me know, guys, if there's any kind of lag. If you guys still see that, I don't see a lag on our end. But if you guys keep me updated on that stuff, and I hope there's not. I know there's a delay in this system. You know how when I try to in the stream and the button doesn't work, so that's happening. So I'm sorry if there's a lag. I apologize. I think I figured out why that keeps happening, and I'm gonna fix that today.
I feel like she feels like this isn't a regular business.
Yeah, because she's a celebrity, and I don't have to. You're a celebrity. I don't have to do that.
It doesn't pertain to me because that's not like regular business.
People and then claim it's okay to demean and belittle people and then want to work with you.
Yeah.
You don't get to say, well,
she literally names Pedro Pascal in her lawsuit. Like, well, you pretty much like you let him do it, but you fired me for that. No. They said it to both of you simultaneously. He stopped, you didn't. You got fired. But she still throws him under the bus in her lawsuit. Why would and they just announced, because The Mandalorian has a movie. There's a Mandalorian movie about to come out, and they're going to do another season of The Mandalorian. Why y'all both equally young? You said things in support of that political group. He said things against that political group. Y'all both got in trouble for it. He stopped. You didn't. You got fired. Why would he want to work with you after you tried to use the fact that he didn't get fired because he listened? It's literally like what Joe Biden not to make this to a political thing, but Joe Biden was up. He was up in an investigation. There was a special prosecutor that looked into his scandal about having top secret documents in his home, just like when Trump had top secret documents in his home. And the special prosecutor said We're not going to file charges against President Biden. And you know why? Because when they discovered the documents in his home, he immediately turned them over. Trump, on the other hand, said they're mine.
No, he at first said, I don't
have them. They're mine. He kept moving them, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There's the difference. But because he's your guy, he's your favorite, whatever, you're going to, make up whatever scenarios to excuse it. But there's no excuse for that. Pedro Pascal did the exact same thing that Gina Carano did. But when Disney called them out, he stopped. She didn't.
He took the constructive criticism and applied it.
There's a comment.
No, he took the fear of losing that Disney money.
They probably do. I mean, there are certain things in the public, certain jobs in the public that have those type of things in place. It says, it wouldn't surprise me if Disney is protected in her contracts. Like when you're in high school and college and an organization that's out in the public, they are very specific about, they don't want to see you smoking, drinking, because you represent
exactly the NFL, for example.
You represent us, and we don't want that.
And as a celebrity, we know you can pretend, so just freaking pretend when you're supposed to.
Was it last week we were talking about this? Did I tell you about Black Dynamite? Did we talked about Black Dynamite last week? It reminds me of that same joke. It was like, well, you're not going to sell drugs in this community. But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community. That's exactly that Disney told her. You are not going to, because we hired you to play this character on this show. We didn't hire you to take on this. For all we know, everybody's talking about Disney is all woke, woke, woke. Bob Iger, for all we know, Bob Iger could be right wing. Just like we don't know his political. I wouldn't be surprised if the owner of the president of Disney is a Republican.
And guess what? It would be smart of him for us not to know.
Yeah.
Because that is his private choosing, and it's smart for his business to be open all.
But if 50% of his money was from Disney's money was coming from liberals, why would he want to cut that away?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
That is like the worst business model ever.
Yeah.
Like, for real, people. I don't fly a gay flag at my business. Do you know why? Santa Fe's right next door.
Oh, that lag that we were going through is really kicking in now. Now it's like it's the show. The whole rest of the show might be exactly. So whatever whatever that problem that was happening with the show not showing my face. Yeah, I gotta fix that.
He has to fix that. That can't be a thing.
Yeah, that can't be a thing. Yeah, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it right now.
Yeah, it's definitely lagging a bit.
Is it lagging on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm watching it on the other side. It's lagging a bit.
I wonder what the hell is happening.
It's all good.
Let me see if I can.
It seems to have, like, it'll pop back up and then it lags. And then it pops.
I made some changes with the layout, and I think I probably should have reset the computer before starting the show.
All right, so we're gonna just all acknowledge that she's absolutely and utterly ridiculous, and if somehow she wins this, then we just all perceive that she's going to, her character's going to die. That's really what the outcome is.
Yeah.
That I do not see Disney just going, yeah, we're going to let you. Like, I don't see that. She doesn't have the end here.
I think I'll fix this too.
And I don't think we really have. I'm struggling to have compassion for people. That's the really tough part about this. It's like I really try to understand her point of view, but coming from such a place of a bully that I have no compassion.
That whole when she was making fun of pronouns on her Twitter account, when she said bleep blop, the way people go they them thing, she goes bleep blop blop, like she was being so obvious.
Yeah.
And then when she got fired, she's like, why are you attacking me?
Yeah. So she's the bully who's trying to claim that they're the victim. And I hate that. I hate when bullies do that. I don't like bullies to begin with.
Like, yeah, be the bully or be the fucking victim.
Yeah, in the community. Yeah, no. It just I can't stand victimizing yourself when you're the bully and not recognizing your own behavior is such an issue. And it's honestly, in my opinion, granted I am not a licensed person, but it's in my opinion one of the main struggles of narcissism. When you can't see anything outside of your own viewpoint. self motivators, then it's just it's a struggle of a narcissist. And she very well may be one. I don't know her enough to call her that, but that is a
moneymaker is here.
Yeah,
you know, it's Chris Awareness Day.
Yeah.
So send those super chats, support the channel. Nixon is so far as the channel the producer of this episode right now. So we should go to a commercial break and have that commercial break be all about Nixon. So the commercial will be like Navigator Nixon, dude. I have a jingle. Here we go.
What are you gonna ever do, like Miss Minutes?
Yeah, yeah, I should Nixon like an animated Nixon would come in. We're like, you guys are wasting time talking about this. Move the fuck on.
Yes, that's exactly
what Nixon would say.
That's exactly what Nixon would say and needs to say. Yes. Speaking of, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's pull that Nixon energy in and move it the fuck on.
Right. So guys, let me go back to my where's the show notes here, because I had things written down.
We got
Gina Carano won her lawsuit and went back to The Mandalorian. Would Lucasfilm end her career later, her character later? Would this relaunch to the whole would this relaunch the whole go woke, go broke thing, all that stuff? Let us know in the comments below. Put your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep talking. All right. Let's move on. Let's get into that. That was the entertainment news part of the show. Let's get into some reviews. And the first thing that we have on the reviews that we want to talk about is Love Lies Bleeding. Was it Love Lies Bleeding?
Trailer, yeah.
The trailer, yeah. We just saw the trailer. I was thinking about playing the whole trailer again, but we all see it?
I have.
You didn't watch?
Is that the one you sent me?
I sent you. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you said you didn't watch it.
It looked interesting.
Like I didn't send me.
I didn't send you, and I didn't tell her to watch it. So that's
No, you sent me that.
That's my fault.
One.
So this is what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Let's watch it. I prepared for that.
We're talking about the Kristen Stewart one, right?
Yeah, the Kristen Stewart. Yeah. Let's
I watched that.
But check this out. Okay, so I got it right here. Oh, there was one more thing about. I wanted them to make out so bad.
I mean,
with Brad Pitt watching.
Oh, I would. Oh no.
Not touching them, just watching in the dark.
Lesbianism is not here for the male gaze, y'all.
But I can click it on the hub.
No. No.
You know what? I wanted to talk to you about that before we get into this. There's the thing that's trending on TikTok now about, because we talked about going to bars and stuff before, but now
are you talking about the straight cis men and
now it's like
drama?
Now
it's a matter of respect. It's just a matter of respect.
Like I would now I feel like, because people are like, yeah, if you're a straight cis male, don't go to a lesbian bar.
No,
and I can understand. Well, I can understand where they're coming from. But here's the question: would it be okay for me to go to a lesbian bar with my wife?
If you're coming with me, yes.
Yeah. But I saw a TikTok video where a lesbian was like, if you are a lesbian and allowing it, you're the problem too.
No, the problem is if we are allowing men to be inappropriate in that space. If you were inappropriate to other lesbians in that space, and I didn't do my responsibility to put you in check, then I'm in the wrong.
No, I swear, I saw. She said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I was being respectful or not. Just the fact that I'm there. She said that she would call you the problem.
It would be extremism.
Yeah.
Yes. The problem is a matter of respect. Okay, let's break it down to something you would understand, and that's going to be related to you. Race. Okay. Yeah. There are black clubs. There are black bars. There are black places of safety.
In Houston, we call it Club Jamaica.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what I mean. You understand what I mean. It's your culture, it's your music, it's your surroundings, it's your safe haven, it's your place to feel like you can be yourself.
That doesn't mean white people can't enjoy it.
No, it does to a degree. When you go to a solidified black club, and they are around, I know where they are.
You're a guest.
You are a guest in that space as a white person.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain amount of respect and understanding of your role in that space. It is the exact same thing for a cis man. We aren't given that power. If we have a safe place for us to go to, and we have a safe place for us to enjoy ourselves and to be loose and to have our guard down for one freaking minute, our guard is down with not feeling like someone is going to kill us, rape us, rape us,
Yeah,
or
watch the word. Yeah,
yeah,
careful. Yeah.
or
Harm
insult
or
us, demean us, harm us in any way,
belittle, yeah, all
and
that
we
stuff.
can
Yeah.
just have our guard down.
Yeah.
That is what matters. And if you respect that, and if you uphold that, and you give it the vulnerability and the strength that it needs to survive, you're welcome.
So you're saying that there's situations where some people in the LGBT community will be like, as long as this guest that you're inviting isn't, going to be
I have brought straight friends to Pearl, which is a lesbian bar. I have brought straight couple friends to Pearl, which is a lesbian bar. And my experience with them is my friends and the entire bar has loved my straight cis man who is 6'4", looks like a freaking linebacker for the NFL. Like, literally, he's the biggest man you'll ever meet in your life.
But he's a teddy bear, right?
But he's a freaking teddy bear. He was, and this is when I was single. He's the best wingman. He's like, hey, my friend. I'm like, dude, can you stop bringing me ladies? Like, I'm okay. And like, he's not there to watch gay women kiss or to sexualize them when they're just trying to be themselves for his own agenda. He's there as my friend. He was there to support me in my space. He was there with his wife, and they were enjoying the music and the atmosphere and the camaraderie and
I like that.
being friends. He wasn't there to sexualize, demean, create himself as a victim, take space and make it awkward. And when asked if he was, and I'm sure he was, he is like, oh, I'm here with my friend. It's her event. And he was. I know that I'm the oddball out. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not what would happen. You would have been approached by the black guys before the black girl.
No,
you wouldn't. I mean,
I actually have more black women actually have more issues with me than black men.
Oh wow, they see you as a threat.
They see me as a white woman taking their black men.
I've been in plenty of club situations where there was a white girl there, and I've never seen a black girl mess. I mean, I know there's different. Yeah, I know there's different.
I've had more black men interested in me to date me, which I am not interested in. And then once the black women,
you don't like to date black.
I don't like to date men.
Yeah.
So black men are out the gate.
So black men, don't take offense. It's not that you're black. It's that you have a schlong.
It's that you have a Peen.
Now if you're a black woman.
Now the black woman will come up to me and
lesbian, and then she's like,
exactly.
And I meant to say Tabatha. I said lesbian.
Well, I am both. And I've had black women come up to me, and they have been standoffish because of my presence there.
Because you have blue hair.
Well, it's because I'm white, and what I do is, you know what? I'm gonna kill them with kindness. I'm gonna win them over because this is their space, and I'm here as a guest. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show them that my behavior is not in a manner to upset them or hurt them or create conflict.
Do what Joy did. She just did the electric slide, and she won us all over.
But
cookout.
It's one of those things that if you aren't going to at least take responsibility. This is supposed to be a space of fun and happiness.
Have you ever seen the other side? Now you saying that it would have been okay, but have you ever seen the other side where a person was like, I don't care if he's respectful or not, but you shouldn't have brought him there at all.
Never. I've never encountered
because
that.
I've seen it. I didn't go like looking into it, but I've seen a few people on TikTok post things like, I don't care what the situation is. Do not bring a cis
queer. There's this whole accumulation of things, but it's known that space is for the queer. Yeah. It's known that space is meant for them first, and that the other people there are welcome as long as they are understanding.
So they're trying to do it like they're trying to live by example. It's like this. Yes. We're gonna run this bar that's for predominantly for queer, gay, and LGBT people. We're gonna show you how it should be done by showing you how inclusive it is. And
Pearl really is very inclusive in that way. Pearl has been very good about that. It was there is a rarity to lesbian bars. There's not very many. There's a whole doc on it. There's a whole series on it. And Pearl was in that because it's one of very few lesbian bars in the United States. And so to get to have this space that you can go to in a place that I live is amazing. I love that about it. Do I go there all the time now? No, because I'm 40 with kids and I have a life and I'm exhausted all the time.
Wait, you're 40?
I know. Well, I'm about to be. And so, it's just a matter of having respect. That's all it is. And just
Yeah.
not trying to create conflict for the sake of it's again a bully trying to play victim. This bully goes there with this mindset of I don't belong here, but I'm going to force my belonging in here and create conflict. And there's no reason that they need to, because they have so many
times. Like most of these guys that do this, they're so used to having like 98% of everything, but the second that 98% turns into 97, they lose their fucking mind.
It's the same people that go, white people don't have a month. You have every freaking other day.
Why? Yeah, there's no WET. Yeah, there is. NBC, ABC, CBS.
Every freaking other day. Like, for Christ's sakes, what does it hurt you to allow this person to have?
You know what they're saying? You know what they're saying now? They're going, yeah, but that was my grandfather's day. I can't be.
I do not understand people's logic. There's no logic to this. And the fact that they victimize themselves by being a bully, it just.
Anyway, no, we went off on a tangent. We were talking about a movie, and then we went.
Watch the trailer.
I know we didn't even get to watch the trailer, man.
Joy's like, when am I gonna see this trailer?
The trailer does look really good.
Me and Tabatha get on our soapbox and stuff. But yeah, Love Lies. So we got Love Lies, Bleeding. The Thelma Louise 2024. I think the volume's gonna be good.
Either way.
The excitement in the air is palpable. The atmosphere is electric. A celebration of history in the making.
What is this place? You're looking pretty good in there. There's some pretty serious lines going. Yeah? Why don't you want me working for your dad? Oh, he's a psycho. Saw that big girl.
Thought you two were maybe together.
Do you like guns?
I prefer to know my own strength.
That's not what I'm paying you for.
If you touch her, I'm gonna tell them everything you ever did.
Are you threatening me?
I fucking love you, you idiot. I love you too.
Oh, fuck.
March 15th.
Man, he looks
Doesn't he? He did so good. I was like, man, he's a good actor. I'm first of all, the nostalgia of it all. Like, I'm loving all these. I'm like, heck yeah, bring on the nostalgia. I'm all about it.
And you know what? I was noticing that the volume wasn't going up when I played it, so I'm definitely gonna have to.
I'm loving this nostalgia vibe. So definitely work.
Oh, you said it. Yeah. If I can find it.
For me,
the for me button isn't working because I can't. It's not. I don't know. I think when I don't know, something glitched, but I don't think they can hear when I push the for me button. Anyway.
But yeah, looks good.
Dragon Movie Guy says Tab's mic is real low.
Oh. Hello. Any better?
Tab's mic is low. Every mic is the same.
Could have been a me.
Just not talking into it.
It could have been a me issue. For sure. But yeah. What's the next one? Feud?
Capote versus the Swans.
Oh yeah,
this a show?
So this is a TV show that me and Joy have been watching on Hulu. Go ahead and talk about it, babe. What
series? You know, there's like 7 episodes.
Uh-huh.
But it's one that I went and looked. So this is, because Chris and I were confused when we started watching it. It was like season 2, episode 1. We were like.
Then we learned that every season is different story.
So Feud is the name of the series. There was one last year that was like Betty Davis and another. Can't think of the other actor. And they're feud with each other as actors. The writer, the director, 70s.
Yeah.
And his feud with, he called these. This was like a socialite. Of women.
The Swan. I actually know about them in New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I actually weirdly know
now.
I'm gonna
tell you. I'll tell you right now. Like watching it at first, it's a slow.
It's probably Capote.
Okay,
He's
so
the
it's probably
writer.
Capote.
tons of movies. He wrote Breakfast at Tiffany's,
Okay.
the movie back in the day.
Yeah.
That became what?
Yeah.
Well, was writing books, and he was wanting to write about this, but it's supposed to be fiction.
Okay.
He changed their names, which he changed the names, but he didn't change anything near. Like it was very obvious
Of who was who.
exactly who he was writing about, and an excerpt of his book got released to a magazine before the book even came out. So of course, all these women are like talking about that.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
Yeah.
And then they shunned him, and he was losing his mind.
Yeah. I
We
think
have only seen the first, because this is not one that is
And you said it's on Hulu? Yeah.
This is not one that comes out all at once. It comes out
Each week.
The
Yeah.
first two got released immediately,
Yeah.
and now it's every.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to watch this because I actually know a little bit of the story. Which.
And
I'll
it was
tell
nice
you
to see
exact-
Some of these people we have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly why you're gonna want to watch it, because it's exactly the nature of what we love. Petty bitches.
Petty bitches.
Petty bitches, man. That's what I was like when I was watching it. I was like, these are some petty bitches. I got that all broke down, so don't get ahead of me, babe. Let me
We'll
I'll
get
put that right now. I got Wikipedia up. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. So for those of you who want to know what a feud was it Capote versus the Swans is about, which Joy already kind of told you exactly a little bit about what it's about, but here's the cast that made me go, I need to see this when I saw this cast. Starting with we said Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts is in this movie, this TV series. Naomi Watts is playing Babe Palais. Now I got the side by side.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
You like that? You like that?
Dig it.
Next we have Chloe Sevigny. That's what I'm saying her right.
I've always said Savini, but then I
Savini?
looked it up, and it's technically I think like Savani.
I just know her from
She's been in a
American
lot.
Psycho.
She's been in so much.
Her look is so unique to me. When she's playing another character, she can play like this, like she can play the basic person, or she could be this glamorous person. Like she has this unique look.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good choice right there. Callista, Callista.
Making her, she hasn't acted in anything on TV in a long time.
Callista Flockhart, playing Lee
She looks
Radziwiłł.
fantastic. Yeah.
Callista Flockhart as well, and then coming up, Demi Moore playing Anne Woodard.
She's had work done, but whoever her plastic surgeon is been a fabulous.
It looked like she had work done.
This is makeup. This was made to look different, but
Correct.
She was at an award show recently, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because it looked like she was like going a little bit too far,
Well,
but I think she's starting
a lot
to
of the
pull.
surgeons have said like a lot of these, you need time for these super major procedures that they're doing. A lot of swelling and healing, and they're out in public.
Well, it was like almost concave.
Then there was another one where it was obvious she had work,
Yeah.
but it must have been very recent.
Yeah.
So she
I thought she
almost
just
kinda looked
reversed
like
it
the
or something.
lion lady.
Yes,
Like it was
so puffy,
swollen
yeah.
and everything, and everybody went. Ew.
Yeah. But now she's it's getting to normal. Like it looks great. She was great. There was a point like
I feel really
I'll
bad
talk about the
criticizing.
Demi Moore had the best scene in this show. Like, so this is based in what, in the 50s, 60s kind of era, and there was
early 70s.
So Capote, and while we were watching it, Joy was looking up. Capote also wrote things like you looked up what
Breakfast at Tiffany.
he wrote. Breakfast and Tiffany.
A lot of stuff
so
there.
the way, and I'll pull. I think I had it.
And he was very, very gay.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah, then it is the same person that I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
with that story. Yeah.
Which is in a time period where
that was very people.
You kept that behind the door.
Yeah, he was.
And they were keeping his secrets for him, and he wasn't keeping
their secrets.
Their secrets. Yeah, that's what it's about. But there was this scene with Demi Moore where she I mean, you know.
Don't tell me because I want to see it now. I want to watch it.
Yeah. Okay. I won't tell you. So let me let me continue on with the cast. I think the last two people that I had on the list was after Demi Moore, it was Molly Ringwald. Yeah, Molly Ringwald is on here. Yeah, Molly Ringwald playing Ann Woodard.
Nice.
Yeah, she's
Johnny Carson's. I thought she was Johnny Carson. It's wife.
It says Molly Ringwald as Joanne Carson. That's
Oh,
I'm
you
sorry.
said somebody else. Yeah.
I'm sorry. And then Capote himself, Tom Hollander.
Oh, that's good. I feel like that's a great pick.
Yeah,
That
Tom
feels
Hollander
good.
playing Truman Capote. Yeah. This it's a slow burn, but
Okay.
if you're a petty bitch like me,
I mean, I don't consider myself a petty bitch, but
we can get there.
I do love a good story, and the fact I love a good truth where it shows the true nature. I'm down to watch it for sure. It's a drama.
So what we're last night or
Okay.
tonight we got.
Yeah.
So I got a few. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Good deal. I
That's
get to watch it then.
That's something that I would recommend. Let's see. Love Lies Bleeding is an upcoming film slated for.
We already
it's
did
in
Love
2020
Lies.
I'm sorry, not Love Lies Bleeding. I'm
Sorry.
going back on the wrong thing.
Feud.
In 1964, Truman Capote publishes most celebrated work, In Cold Blood, which made him famous and influential in American culture. The episode of Feud, Capote versus the Swans, titled Masquerade, 1966, centers around the days of Albert and David Maysles, documenting Truman Capote. The episode, is shot in black and white, imitating the style of Melissa's brothers' footage from that time. The episode includes fourth wall breaking and camera interviews, allowing the characters to share a candid thought and revelations. Truman plans a masquerade ball to celebrate. You know what? This is gonna get into spoilers. I'm not gonna read the rest because it's about to get into spoilers.
All right.
Go watch it. It's good. Go check it out. I recommend it. All right, let's move on. What's the next topic of the day, baby?
Love.
Your love and WWE.
Get to it.
Love in WWE, guys. I don't really watch reality TV, but the latest reality TV that I have been watching has been, because I'm a wrestling fan. I'll watch Total Divas because it's about the female wrestlers that are involved in the WWE and what they go through as female wrestlers. Then I've watched another show called Ms. and Mrs., which is a show about a character who is on the WWE, a wrestler named The Miz, and it's about his wife because The Miz is a real world. He was a real world road rules person, and he had reality TV experience. I don't really watch reality TV, but I'll watch these.
Really watch wrestling, but I did enjoy the Ms. and Mrs.
Ms. and Mrs. Kind of the point because she is more famous than him. And he's very frustrated. He has a little bit of resentment, but he's also very supportive of his wife. He was the person who was big into wrestling from day one, and she kind of fell into it. But when she became a superstar, she blew up, and he is kind of stagnant. So I was very interested in their story because I wanted to see how that was going to play out. Because when I say she blew up, she really blew up, and I was surprised that they brought that up. How much a little bit of resentment and whatnot in their relationship. So none of this is gonna convince Tabatha to watch wrestling, but it's not about the wrestling.
I don't watch reality though, so
that's like two. That's like two strikes. It's reality TV and it's wrestling.
There's no interest in me watching that. One, I don't trust it. Two, I don't find it entertaining to watch other people go through their life like that. It's not fun for me, so it's just not something I enjoy. So it's not my thing. I know other people enjoy it, and that's great for them. It's just not my jam.
Well, why don't you look? What about just looking at the pretty people? Look at them, Bianca Belair.
I think they're beautiful people, 100%. I still am not going to enjoy a show about their life in general because I just don't enjoy reality TV like that. I do miss the Road Rules in days because those were challenges that I got to watch people go through. I loved Road Rules. I watched Road Rules all day long. Yeah. But I don't do any of the I don't do the Bash reality show, which doesn't really exist much. So I was like, all right, I got to support this, and then got seeped into all the drama there.
Hey, I haven't in quite some time, but I did for quite a few years watched.
I did watch that
Because
back in
that
the
was
day.
just
But that didn't feel like
funny.
reality. That
I mean,
felt
they
like
consider it to be in the reality world.
I know, but that was like a
But,
show in a sense. Like you got to watch something.
would-
Do not care about the relationship. I don't genuinely care.
So we can't. So for this one, we can't talk her into it.
No, you're not going to talk me into it. I will not waste what valuable time I have. The very thing I can't get back. The thing that I can't
Time.
get in any sort of way. I can get money back and get everything else back. I cannot get my time back. I am not going to waste on that. I'm just not.
I mean, so far, I'll be honest with you. And so far, let me, and I'm a wrestling guy, and I like these kind of. I love the Miz and Mrs. I love Total Divas. I don't know how. I don't know. Like, I was thinking as we were watching this show, I was like, if this wrestler, the husband, if he's feeling like he's in his wife's shadow, this is how it's going to. This is the thing that's going to help him in the wrestling world. Win over the fans and try to come over. Even in the middle of watching it, I was like, it's still not happening for me. I care more about his wife Bianca than I do, and I like him, but it wasn't winning me over, and it's sad.
And why is that wrong?
It's not wrong. I'm just saying that.
Why is that a problem?
Without getting into the whole wrestling fanboy thing, I was gonna go into what he needs to do, but that's just talking about the writers and all that stuff. But it's not wrong. It's just that what I'm really getting at is alone in that. What do you feel? We haven't gotten that far in. I don't know, because for me,
For me,
the Ms. and Mrs. to me is more. It's
comedy based. It's funny.
I can't figure out why. Because
so
he's very silly and goofy, just like Miz.
But she's not. The Ms. and Mrs. They were funny together.
Yeah.
It's just their relationship together.
Yes, so silly together.
Yeah.
And the stuff. And I know you kind of laughed at first.
Being exactly what they've already done with their other reality shows.
They haven't been funny.
Yeah.
They've been serious.
It's
the Ms. and Mrs. His mother-in-law and the mom and they're
divorced, their crazy mother-in-law and all that.
They're hilarious as well because of the antics they get into. Which
but in this one, it's they're not as entertaining. Yeah, it's like they're trying to copy the things that they did before, but this one it's just not working.
Yeah.
They have a whole unique story on their own that I don't feel like they needed to copy what Ms. and Mrs. was doing. And I don't mean to compare the two, but it feels like they're trying to recreate. Right? They should have just gave us season 3 of Ms. and Mrs. instead of this, unless I don't know. There's something wrong with the way they've executed this show, and the reason why
Maybe
the other
it's
show
because the fact that you've already realized that there's tension because she is the matriarchy versus a patriarchy, and maybe that's the reason that you don't like it as much, and people aren't really wanting to face the facts of that.
They've done it as well, a topic that's a sensitive topic in the real world, which is, it's the opposite for Ms. and Mrs. because the Ms is a bigger star than the Mrs. So she was already not doing much wrestling anymore.
And he was already
bigger. So the fact for her to have kids was no issue because she's not the star. This one is the opposite. He's the star in this.
And he wants to be a star.
He wants to fucking watch the struggle that women have to deal with already every freaking day with having any sort of power or any sort of future when a man's poor ego is already being smashed down and he can't take it because he's not as strong and powerful as his wife.
And don't get me wrong, he's very supportive.
I agree with he might be.
He does.
They're already going, oh, well, I don't like this as much because there is this conflict already that I've noticed, and it's not as fun and lighthearted.
I would prefer them to solve that conflict in private. I don't need to see it.
But that within itself should tell you why this is not successful. And I'm going to be a little bit harsh towards you, and I'm going to outright go, I'm not meaning it to be harsh, but you as a man are watching this as another man isn't the primary person in this show going, I can't figure out why I don't like this, but I like this other show that's primary with the man, where the female's not primary, and you've focused on a conflict where you're saying he's supportive and you're saying he's got issues, but your hyperfixation, the very first thing you say about this show is that there's this conflict, and then it's creating some unease within you of watching it.
I didn't say it was unease, but because I also acknowledge that she is the star. I am more.
You're more interested in her in the wrestling
I'm more interested
aspect.
in her than him.
But
what I'm trying to, because I have this empathy for all these wrestlers, because they want to do good and they want to be good performers and be entertaining for the fans. He has all the talent in the world and all that stuff.
But he doesn't, obviously.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't have all the talent.
I can't. That's not fair. He really does.
If he's not the most popular,
but he just hasn't figured. There's a like the top wrestler right now is Roman Reigns. When he started, he had the same exact talent that he has today that he had then. He just didn't know how to connect with the audience.
Okay, but here's my question.
That's the problem that he has.
I'm trying to create the consistency between the shows. So in the Mrs. and I don't know who Mrs. or the Mrs.
Right. Yeah,
but you're saying the Mrs. also wrestled?
He used to. Yeah, she wrestled.
Okay.
And then she took a step back.
Yeah. But
and where Miz was is where Bianca.
Correct. I'm saying they're literally the opposites.
They're
yes.
literally
but you didn't have a
opposite.
conflict with the other show, and there's conflict with this one.
I would have loved to. No, Maurice, Miz's wife, Maurice was one of my favorite divas. And they called in her era they called them divas. They don't call them divas anymore. But when in her
yeah,
time,
but I'm talking about.
I would have loved. I loved her. I wanted her to be more successful too.
But she wasn't, and he was. But you're not going. She has all the talent in the world.
She did. Because I'm focused on these two right now. If we were to talk about Ms. and Mrs., I would say the exact same thing. Clarice had I wish she was way bigger than what she was, because she had. I liked her more than all the other girls.
But it wasn't
out there
conflict that she wasn't. Is my point.
Yeah, you're right about that. She never brought it up to me.
It wasn't conflict that she wasn't. It's conflict that he isn't.
But he's bringing that up.
But
not
that's
me.
my
that's
my
point.
problem.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not rude about it. He's very supportive of his wife.
He can communicate well. That doesn't take away the fact that he has an issue with him not being the most successful in the same industry, and he has an issue with her being the most successful.
He says he doesn't have an issue.
But if he's bringing it up and constantly,
I mean, because it's a
fact.
I mean, but anybody would bring it. It is what it is. It's a fact.
The previous show.
No. I mean, you haven't watched it. They
you
talk
just
about
told
it.
Me.
No, I never said that she never brought it up. We never talked about it.
I'm gonna feel like we need to roll back to the tape, because I'm pretty sure you just said that she never had an issue with it. She never talked about it negatively, like he's talking about it with his feelings of negatively about not being as successful.
I mean, their husband and wife. They talked about whenever there was something that he had to do or something like that. They would then just talk about. They were like when they would talk about him, then yeah, he would say stuff like, I'm not where I feel like I need to be.
More about him. He doesn't talk about her.
No, here's my question: is he talking about it in comparison to her?
No, he doesn't.
Okay,
he never puts her down.
Then I take it back, because that's my concern.
Her, like her opinion.
Yeah.
People have asked her in the show, "Do you think he's resentful?" I think so. But
so we're not living with a file situation.
No, it doesn't. Well, at least not that we've seen so far.
Okay.
I don't even think that's even what it is. I think he just said something stupid on trying to be funny on thing, because I think Simone Biles, if he was really like that, Simone would leave his ass.
I disagree 100%.
But we don't know their marriage. I'm saying what I think, and you're saying what you think. But we both don't know their marriage.
That's like claiming that every single human who is perceived to be a strong individual has never been abused in a relationship. That is the most narrow-minded viewpoint. Just because she is strong and she's a gymnast and she's successful doesn't mean that she's not in a relationship where someone can say something like that and mean it and think that, and that is their relationship. It could very well be the case.
But it could also equally be the case that they have.
But you're making a claim that if that was really the way he felt, she would speak up. That's taking away someone's victimhood.
I made the claim that we both don't know their situation.
I don't know their, but I'm not going to take away someone's victimhood. He said
we don't know if she's a victim.
He said it to the public.
He said something that you wouldn't have liked, but we don't know that if we don't know their situation.
That she's lucky.
That he didn't know. He said that he didn't know who she was, which they proved that he was lying, because They also looked up older tweets
Yeah.
that proved that he did know of the Olympics and stuff back then. So that's my point. He could have been saying that because for all we know, that's the way they joke with each other. We don't know that.
But she didn't come out and say that.
Does she have to make you feel better?
No.
She did come out and say that he was joking, but by that point, everybody was
but my point is, does she have to for all the people that didn't, for all the people who didn't like what he said, does Simone Biles have to come out and say that's the way we joke? I mean,
if he's going to make the relationship and make statements like that publicly, again, this is a public figure.
But that doesn't mean she has to.
You let me finish. If he is going to make statements in regards to her and their relationship, and it affects the viewpoints of her as a public figure, and he is her other half,
but he's also
would be for her to address it and not ignore it. If she doesn't like the way that it's being perceived of her.
If she doesn't like the way.
Correct. If she wants to be perceived as the person who is okay with him going, she's lucky to be with me, I'm the catch, because that's what he said.
But if he would have said the opposite, would we be saying? Would everybody be saying?
If he was being humbled and kind and courteous and speaking wonderfully about his partner, of course we wouldn't have an issue about that. If we were going, if he had said, I am lucky to be with her. She's an amazing partner. Let
me ask it in a different way. If the podcast was on her and she said the exact same thing,
I would have been. Well, that's really freaking cocky of her.
Maybe you, but I doubt that the majority would have.
Well, the majority need to have
on the same exact level that they did against him. I doubt they would have. Because she's the bigger star.
If she had said he's lucky to be with me, I would have never looked at Simone Biles with respect.
You. But I don't think the majority of the other consumers would have done the same.
Do you want to know how he could have said the exact same thing but done it with actual integrity? He could have said, I give my best to my relationship and I put in my all, and I'd like to think that anybody who's in a relationship with me would be proud to be in a relationship with me because I give them everything that I can give to this relationship. That would have been, she's lucky to be with me, without being a freaking cocky asshole.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. But I still will not. I'm not going to.
If she had said the same thing, if she had said the same, like, "Oh, he's lucky to be with me," I would have thought she was a cocky asshole too, because I'm not a hypocrite.
Yeah, I know that, but that's you. But my question is.
But that's my opinion.
No, that's you.
I don't have opinions of everyone else.
I know, but I'm still going to stand on the backlash from the public.
I still
would have been.
I put my hope in. If I'm going to create an unknowing...
No, my point is you can speak for yourself.
Yeah.
But my opinion is...
You're speaking for everyone else then.
No, I'm saying my opinion is, we're saying two different things. You're saying you would have hoped that the backlash would have been different. I'm saying I believe that the backlash would have been different.
Because I don't make absolute statements on
guesses.
I make statements where I know I could possibly be wrong. I'm not going to make absolutes it's not factual. There's no evidence. There's no information that makes me to have absolutes.
If she would have said, I'm the prize and I'm the star,
then I would have gone, you are a, you know what? And I would think that
that's not very supportive of women.
What does women have to do? That has to be supportive
I'm just saying what other
personalities.
I'm just saying what those comments would
make them comments, because guess what? That has her being a woman at that point has nothing to do with anything. That has to do with you being a good human being.
Oh, okay, so I'm glad you seem to agree with him then. All right.
No, it don't.
No, I'm just messing with you.
Don't be putting words in my mouth. I do not agree with him. I don't think that he's a good human being. Based off of what you
don't feel like he feels like he should feel like he's a prize?
I don't think that he should feel like he can say the things in which he said.
So you're telling him how he should feel?
Absolutely, I'm telling him the way he should speak to the public.
No, but my question was, do you feel like you should tell him how he should feel?
No, I don't think anybody should tell anybody how should they feel.
Okay, well then let's not.
But I do believe you don't get to have the last word when you're wrong.
Oh yes, I 100
make you cry.
Does anybody? It's my birthday. This is Chris Awareness Day. The camera's not even on you right now. Your mic has been turned down.
I'll go over here to Joy.
She knows I won't turn that mic down.
I know how to work around.
I know. We've been way off topic for a minute.
I need a bell to ding ding.
I know.
I
know. You get so annoyed with us all the time.
I got your ding ding, Joy. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the rundown a portion of the show real quick. I know we've been way over time.
Over.
Let's go. What's the next thing that I had up there? Drake. Drake stole his whole flow from me. You don't remember that? Soulja Boy went on a Drake rant years ago. It was
let's
funny.
get back to the real important part.
Anyway, so
Drake schlong.
Drake. I guess from what I understand, Drake had a situation where he had some videos that were, I think he was hacked. It was gonna get leaked or something like that. So he decided to release it himself. So he was from what I understand, he was in his private jet. Ooh, fancy Drake, and he was recording himself like but his phone,
He needs to learn how to pick a better position.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's hard for us. It's hard for men. Men got to think about angles, lighting, all kinds of shit. It is
at 50%. So
it is so easy for y'all to send these types of videos.
I'm liking the frog position.
It is so easy for y'all to. We say send us a picture, and then you can send any kind of snap, and guys will be like, "Ooh, that's great." Guys, we have to think about the shadow. It is so hard.
I really want to. I'm gonna need you,
especially if it's not hard. It's so hard.
I'm gonna need you to clip this and send it to me because this right now is the most frustrating thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
It is so hard for men to send those types of sexy. You're gonna speak for all of us and say that it's easy for us to send a dick pic?
Well, did I say those words?
You better not.
What I'm saying is that you are finally understanding a sliver of what women go through, and you're complaining already.
No, it's harder for us. Men will love those coochie pics no matter what. I have seen women go, too many times. We have to squeeze it.
I'm gonna really tell me that you appreciate every photo and do not criticize them when you receive them, no matter what the photo is. The things that men say and do with those photos are not even comparable to what women say and do. Because women get so many dick pics out of the blue that we scroll past them and remove them from our site because we don't even want to see it. Men will literally criticize the size of a woman's labia. Or if they have the wrong kind of looking vagina because it's not what they've seen.
Because it's supposed to go like this. It's not supposed to go like that.
The amount of vaginas that are out there and the types and styles, believe me, I've seen my share. Obviously, men have not really looked at their vagina to understand that they come in all shapes and sizes and different directions and different types of lips and different types of ways that they protrude and don't protrude. And the concept that y'all are
She didn't want to laugh. She didn't want to laugh when I went.
That y'all are so upset by how hard. No, about how hard it is to take a good video.
It's hard. We cast the shadow. We cast the shadow. Am I wrong? If there's a vagina out there casting the shadow, that's wrong.
See, you are already criticizing.
We cast the shadow.
You are not enough to understand that there are so many different ones.
I will not have my vagina seeing history questioned here.
It's getting questioned right now.
But this is not about vaginas. This is about Drake.
It's about Drake not taking the time to consider a different position and you thinking it's hard because he didn't want to take the time to consider what was the best point of view for this.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this about Drake. That was lazy.
It was lazy.
See?
Women get ring lights out. They freaking plan. They're bending.
You're
oh
saying
my
these
freaking
things
God.
as if men don't think about these things too.
Really? What position did Drake think about in that video?
He's thinking I'm rich, and I'm on a private plane, and I don't give a shit.
Who was the video?
I mean,
that's the question.
Probably some 15-year-old girl that he's trying to hook up
Allegedly, with. We're not putting anything out there like that. We don't know who that video was for.
I don't got the best opinion of Drake right now anyways.
But we have so for all of you that don't know what's going on with this Drake thing, we have we don't have the actual video.
Dramatization.
We have a dramatization of what happened. So for
this is the one that made me go like this.
For Tabatha's sake, here's the dramatization.
I was like, what is that? I just like how it's flopping around.
That's pretty much what happens. Look at that.
I know he just like he just kind of like flings it about.
That's
Granted, if I had one, that's probably what I would be doing too. I'm just like, let's fling it around.
Let's just go for it. Go for the whatever your drugs, yo.
I mean,
go
the
for the gusto.
helicopter is my favorite. Funny.
I do that every day.
Like if I had one, I would be doing the helicopter and the flop every day. That's what I would do.
Oh my god. Anywho.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Drake. But this whole conversation about Drake in that video. So if you go to Twitter, if you type in like about Drake in that video. So if you go to Twitter, if you type in like if you think of it, not this video, but the actual thing.
I don't want that link.
But well, let's run down real quick the comments that kind of came from this is from X.
Super disrespectful.
At Fragile21 says super disrespectful with Drake's video to leak, but also does anyone have the link? Does anyone have the link? Taz, you want to read the next one from Braxton MG?
Braxton Gray. Where is Drake's eggplant leak?
Yeah, see. Joy, what you got? You got the next one?
Very unimpressed by that white man's genitals. And I'm even more surprised that you are all losing your minds over the extra sharp pencil dick.
That was the response that Drake got. But Drake, I heard that Drake is laughing.
He's like proud about it.
He's laughing about it, yeah. Because a bunch of people are like, "Oh, look!"
I'll write your name with my pencil dick.
Yeah, he's all laughing about how long and all that. But people, what is it?
It's like, let me go to the bank with my millions of dollars.
Yeah, I'm still on a private jet. I don't know, guys. Let us know what you guys think. What do you think about the Drake and Little Drake or Big Drake? I mean, I'm talking to them. What do they think about? I know we all know what you think.
Yeah, we all know what I think.
Pass. She's like, nah.
Not my type. For me, I prefer the labias.
Yeah. Like those big old areolas. What do they call them? What are they called?
The areolas?
Areolas, yeah.
That's on the boobies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those.
I do.
That was what lead attorney said. I like big old areolas.
We got to move on, ma'am. We're going into...
Dragon movie guy said, if a man doesn't cast a shadow, then he's got way smaller problems.
See? We got to worry about these things, man.
All right, next
What time zone are we in? Where's the sun? All right.
Or you said we weren't talking about this next one or whatever. You changed it to something else,
so
we don't know.
But we got to get moving, man.
Yeah.
There's a TikToker named Manny who's been trending. They call themselves the Boss CEO. And I want to get Tabatha to react to it. I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is going. This has been trending all over TikTok. Check it out.
And when you're done picking up the trash, I need you to hand these out to every person that walks into this property in the facility. Okay? Immediately. Okay. We just fired the person that does that, but now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
I mean, I thought that part was like, I got the satire part, but I'm not understanding necessarily what the problem is for it to create a satire. Like, she's asking an employee to do a job. Granted, is that job not part of their descriptor?
Yeah, exactly. But you hear what she said at the beginning? Like, I just fired this other guy that used to do this, and now you've just been promoted to do that job. You're not getting any extra pay. You're just doing extra work.
Well, I mean, if he was cleaning up trash and now he's handing out flyers, to me, those jobs are on the same par. She's not asking him to do surgery when he was just cleaning up trash.
So you're boss.
When you're done picking up the trash, I need you to hand these out to every person that walks into this property.
I guess I gotta show you the other one. I don't have the other ones, but
I think that it's a funny concept.
The leaves are trash to me. There's the leaves and all the debris. And if you can, make sure you dust out here on the roof. I'm allergic to dust. And stop recording anything. It's not what you're getting paid for. These windows need to be cleaned immediately. It's disturbing me. Get on that when you get the chance. All right? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So,
see how she's adding more work?
I don't understand the issue. Like,
it's funny.
That part I think is funny. I think it's funny, but the funny is supposed to be coming from an issue, and okay, well, if you've got busy tasks that you need to do, I'm not going to pay someone to stand and do nothing.
I'm gonna need you to pick up each piece of sand individually.
Oh, well, then that I can get behind.
That
I can get behind. Yeah, like her just asking her employees to like that. It needs to be more extreme for it to be a satire.
Yeah, it gets way more extreme after this.
The her just asking her an hour.
Man, you're tough.
The ones I
That's
saw
a mutual
were not
respect.
the original ones. It was people stitching.
Oh yeah, she's
like,
she's going viral.
It,
that
so they were adding captions to it that said, get promoted to a job that's way more work than what you already had to show you that.
There's no extra pay. This is what this is the part that they usually.
You're now my special employee.
You're we're family here, like that kind of stuff. This is the part that they usually use.
You just fired the person that does that, but now you
but
have
I'm like,
been
hell,
promoted.
if I was sweeping trash and now I get to hand flyers to people, I'd rather hand flyers to people than sweep trash. So I don't understand. That wasn't like. I guess what I'm saying is it's lacking the extremities of what they're trying to create. Because to me, those were lateral moves.
That whole boss, I guess it's a parody of that boss that always tries to say we're family, but where they're really treating you like trash.
I try to treat my employees with respect, but I don't want to be their friend.
Yeah.
Because then that creates issues with when I need them to do their job.
Yeah. So for this parody, they just fired somebody, so they're gonna add their workload to this other guy, and then she goes,
"You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees."
I mean,
that gaslighting. You're so elite. Like, no, you're giving me more work to do.
Patronizing is what it is. Yes. If there's no customers for the staff to wait on.
See, Tabatha's a boss CEO. She's like, I don't see anything wrong with that. Get to work.
I don't see anything wrong with having the same respect of if you expect me to give you money for a job, then you have to do a job. And if you're not doing the job and you're just on your phone standing around talking to people and you're not doing anything that benefits the business.
I'm the accountant. I'm not the window washer. You just fired the window washer and now I'm the window washer? No. I think that's the joke.
I think if I'm not doing any accounting work and I'm just sitting there and the windows need to be washed, I'll wash the windows.
No, it wasn't. These people they weren't doing.
That they're adding work, and then
you've added 2 more people's work to my work.
That I can get behind. I can support that.
Paid extra for the work because you're just like, you're special. I gave you.
See, Tabs is coming from the side of boss CEO.
No, I'm coming from the side of realistic and not.
Tabs is anti-union.
Because a lot of people.
Actually, no, I'm not anti-union.
Don't like a lot of jobs, office type jobs lately, getting rid of people. Saying we don't need to refer or find new. When I combine those jobs now with one job, for all of it, you don't get anything extra for it. It's just,
look,
you have to do it all.
You're talking to one person whose job is everything, but that's again because I run a business. So my job is accounting, my job is customer service, my job is janitor, my job is a plumber sometimes. My job is many different things.
Listen to who? What does it say? Listen to what? Listen to who? Say it. Say it. You bought it.
I bought it for you because you like.
You bought it for me because I'm what?
Because you like to think you are.
Yeah, because I'm what?
Daddy. You're somebody's father.
I was like, this is pretty cool that Disney is letting us. They let us know. Bob Iger, I guess, had his meeting, his CEO meeting. 2024, we're getting. As there's some things we already knew, but there's some things we didn't know. Inside Out 2 is coming out this year, but Moana 2,
which
something
we didn't know.
We knew. This needs to be a movie. It's the same exact scenario that happened with Toy Story 2. Before Toy Story, you notice that all of Disney's movies, their sequels would always go straight to video back in the day.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But when Pixar made Toy Story 2, they were like, no, we put just as much effort and more in this one than we did the original. You're not going to make this. And they were like, they broke that tradition.
I'm a little worried about Toy Story 5 coming out. I am of the belief. I'm of the belief that Toy Story probably should have stopped at 3. I think that's a beautiful ending. That's how it should have ended. That storyline should have ended there.
Right. And that's very interesting that you said it. Joy, do you agree with that?
I've seen 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so a lot of people said the exact same thing. When Toy Story 3 was announced, people said it was a beautiful ending.
Yeah.
It tied it up.
Yep.
And then what happened?
I liked 4 was okay,
4,
but I would have been
not just it. It was $1 billion movie.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about from my perspective of watching the movie. Like 3 was a substantial hit. It was an emotional hit. It ended in a way that every parent experiences things, and you resonated and you related to it. And then 4 was good, but it didn't have that same effect. I'm worried about 5 in that aspect because of what the premise of the storyline is supposed to be. It seems just unrealistic.
But on what it built on the story. So the point is, if there's still a story,
I'm not basing this off of the money it makes. I'm basing it off of the storyline. I do not think the number 4 storyline.
But there's people that might disagree. There's
I agree
people
that
who
there's
thought
people that
the same thing that they wouldn't. And then when they saw it, they were like, okay, I was wrong. There was because people were like, they tied it up so well. There's no more story they can tell.
It's not that there's no more story. That's not what I'm saying. There are many, many movie franchises that continue to make movies that I think should have stopped a long time ago, and they continue to make all the money in the world. That does not mean that I think movies that I would have loved to have continued.
So but you think because of let's say for all we know, let's say if the story that happened in 4 was what happened in 3,
then I would have loved 4.
You would have been like, no, we need to know.
No, I would have thought 4 should have been the ending. The way that the storyline happened with 3 and what happened.
You just think everything that happened in 3
should have
been an
conclusion
ending
of that story, because what I think they're doing now, like with what the premise that I've heard that 5 is about.
Have you heard a premise?
Yeah, I heard the premise.
What do you got?
The rumor is that Andy's an adult. He's wanting to find.
Andy was an adult in 4.
Listen. He's having children. He is wanting to find his old toys for his kids. But he wants to find his exact old toys. I don't think that's a realistic premise to resonate with.
No, that would make Andy an asshole.
I think that
he gave those toys to that girl because he was going off to college. If that rumor is true,
that's what the rumor is.
If that rumor is true, Andy's an asshole.
And then I'm going, what parent on this earth is going to go spend all this time to find their exact toy that they gave away that's in the world?
I'll say Andy's if that's true, I'll say Andy's an asshole unless that little girl who was just like Andy when he was that same age, and when she grows up, she might not have the same attachment to them that Andy had. Now, if she grows up and goes, I don't care about these toys no more, but Andy is older and he still does, he wants them back, then that's fine. Which is probably if that's true.
Yeah. Then yeah, but to go and try to search for something to
she's a teenager right now.
Yeah.
She puts it on eBay.
And it's not that I probably won't go see it. I will most likely go see this movie.
Which proves my point. And they should have stopped it, but she's gonna go see it.
But I have kids. Of course I'm gonna go see it. But it's underrated, and nobody talks about it fondly.
And it's exactly because it did what it did, and people kind of like moved past it. I honestly feel like Moana I'm not gonna say underrated, but should be more overrated than it get more credit than it does.
I do think that it should get more credit than it does. And I think Zootopia was the same way.
I think I do too.
I think that it's undervalued for what it is, and it was actually a really good movie and funny.
I think on a second watch, people who like doubted it when they watch it the second time, they changed their mind. They go, okay, I see why this made $1 billion.
No, it was comedically wonderful and had great things for adults to enjoy, which I really, of course, appreciate as an adult who has to watch the same movie over and over again.
There was a moment in there. I remember when all the animals were churning. That's some scary. Just like Toy Story 3, there's some really dark elements.
Well, Toy Story definitely has some dark elements, especially in 3.
Yeah, toys coming to life and killing you. Yeah.
Well, but
Andy, not Andy. Well, Zed. What was it? Zed. Yeah, he deserved it.
Just like some of the emotional concepts that they put in there, which is also why I loved Inside Out so much. I think it's such a beautiful thing to do for kids, to give them an outlet to understand emotions that they don't understand, and to put something that's tangible that they can understand, and give them that tool to figure out their emotions and figure out what's going on.
You said tool.
Because that's what those are. Those are tools that they utilize to understand emotions, and I think that's brilliant. And needs to be done more. And so I would watch Inside Out. I watch Inside
24, 2025. Now moving on to 2026, we have coming out Frozen 3.
I could honestly do without another Frozen, but I know my kids will love it.
I wrote a song a long time ago that I thought would have been perfect for Frozen. Like Disney needs to buy my song. I could sing it for you, but I don't know if you.
The two Frozen.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them.
You've seen them,
but
they've never that Frozen 2 didn't have the same impact. That the Let It Go thing, they never recaptured that lightning that Frozen 1. Frozen 2, the movie was good, but on the music side, what songs do you remember from Frozen 2?
Right now, I can't remember anything.
So, but now I ask the same question. What song do you remember from Frozen 1? It's the same answer. Let It Go. Honestly, that's that one edge.
Let It Go was not the one. It's Do You Want to Build a Snowman?
Okay. Do you want to build a snowman?
Genuinely, that would be the song.
But that still proves my point. That the edge, that the soundtrack at least.
Yeah.
Part 1 kind of had the edge. It was a step down on the soundtrack.
I can give you that. I can see that being the case. I just know that my girls really enjoyed Frozen 2 as much as they did Frozen.
I remember there was that thing that. I can't remember. I never mind. I'm gonna embarrass myself trying to sing it. But Frozen 3, like we were talking about this before we went live. So you think Elsa is gonna find this? I think this is a fan made poster. But do you think Elsa's gonna find her man? But
Frozen.
Frozen. I know this. Ignore that. It's not an official Frozen poster.
I was hoping she'd be gay.
I mean, everybody thought she would. Or she would be.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney has put LGBTQ characters in their movies before, but will they make Elsa a lesbian?
I doubt it, but it would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me honestly think about
all the toys that she could create.
The movie Stepmom, and she was like, "Do you know what?" That's all I think. They'll talk about
what?
The movie Stepmom.
Okay.
The kids were like in one of the scenes, like the kids were like, and she doesn't even in Snowblow or whatever that she's like, do you even know what snowblowing is? And she's like, no. And
that reminds me of Clerks. Like whenever he gets a BJ, he likes to have it spit back into his mouth. He calls it. What did he call it? He called it snowblow.
No, I don't know what that is.
It was on Clerks.
I don't remember.
He called it a snowball. That's what he called it.
I know what Gorilla Face is, but I don't know.
Well, I doubt any of this will be in the movie.
I doubt.
And then Frozen 3.
Doubt. As we're talking about
instead of Let It Go, Let It Blow. Make dollars, it don't make sense. Obviously, they make dollars, so it made sense for them to make another sequel.
I mean, I get that, but at some point we need to stop. Otherwise, it's going to start becoming Fast and Furious. The Fast and Furious franchise.
Exactly. Which is exactly what they would want, because Fast and Furious 1 made no money. Fast and Furious 7 made $1 billion. Fast and Furious 8 made $1 billion.
I hate those movies.
Doesn't mean they didn't make $1 billion.
I never said it didn't. I just said I.
But that's how Hollywood works. I'm like, I hate those movies, but they made $1 billion, so Michael Bay is gonna make another Transformer.
Oh my God, I hate those movies so much.
So that's the thing, yeah. I mean, if there's more story to tell, and with toys, where Woody is and where all this, there's so much they could tell. I mean, but hey, just like with Transformers, maybe Toy Story 5 will probably be like, okay, that sucked. There was no need for this movie, and if that happens, they'll probably stop.
Yeah.
That's probably.
I don't want it to be unsuccessful. I do want it to be successful, but at some point, I would like things to be able to be successful and not to have to continue, for there to be an end to the story.
Yeah. And Joy just hates all cartoons. Anything joyful and fun, he hates it.
Anywho, moving on to the next, because we are so over time.
That was it. What do we got? Anything for? We got your mail before we leave out. Everything we had.
Said it while
we already talked about most of everybody's thing. I wasn't able to bring up on the pop up, and like I said, sorry guys, I could not do I said I was going to have you guys join live on the thing, but I didn't have. I was going to do a whole Zoom setup, but when Tabatha said she was going to join us on the show live, I did not. I decided I couldn't. I can't do the Zoom setup if I have 3 people here in the show. It makes it messes up the whole feng shui. So once again, Tabatha blessed us with her presence and ruined everything.
That's me. The problem here.
So if people want to find you online to blame you to why they could not get on the show live, Tabatha's like, what?
My TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram @by Joy.
There's that. I think I earned another shot of the good stuff. I decided to pour it up. So, guys, I turned 44 years old today. I put my
freaking
glass
birthday.
right there. Yeah, enjoys putting up the, what is that, lemonade? Diet lemonade, what you got there?
I got some Tito's and Pepsi.
And me, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night in a Jack Daniels glass, but this is Wood Forest Reserve. Reserve. It's very fancy. Yeah, it's just like my wife's name. Her name, she says her name is Viola, but her name is Voila.
Voila. I like voila. I'm gonna start calling you voila.
I want that to stick. Can we please make that a thing? Joy hates it.
Voila is here with me today.
Voila Fagan.
That's your new Reddit name. Yeah. Well, still.
It's like my name in Spanish. Cristobal Fagan. Right? And that's just tab. She's like that drink that ballet dancers drunk in the 80s, tab.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Exactly.
If you guys want to find, go ahead, babe.
I said the pink can.
Yes. That pink can, yeah,
yes.
That
is it. That's exactly.
Can I get a tan? Look at that.
Actually,
yes.
I do not know.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh.
You bitches are not giving me the performance I asked for. Open a tab.
Well, first of all, I've been around a lot of directors. That's not how they work, and you do not get to go have a drink break when you aren't doing well.
Okay, this is not about.
Option.
Okay, what is this? Casting couch? What are we talking about?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. Googled it, yeah.
Damn, Google. They stopped selling tab. Fucking pandemic. Ruined tab. That was a pandemic. It was a pandemic. Don't. Oh man, no more tab. Oh well, I guess more wood for reserve for me.
All right, get it. All right.
Chris W. Fagan on all of my socials. Thank you guys for celebrating my birthday. I will make it up to you guys this week. I'll do a open show where we'll have you guys be the main speakers, and I'll talk less and drink less and all that good stuff. So for Tabatha Hamilton Jordan, for Voila Fagan, I'm Chris Fagan. Thank you guys for talking with us. And until next time, guys, let's keep talking. Peace. Outro.
Remember to like this video, become a subscriber, and share. This really does help us out. If you would like to watch more from us from T3 Media Studio, click here or here. Thanks for watching. Stop being NC-17.